I have the pleasure of welcoming to our show Elaine Thompson-Herah, double defending Olympic gold medalist in the women's 100 meters and 200 meters. Elaine, thank you so much for joining us from Jamaica.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. How has training been ahead of the Tokyo 2021 Olympic Games?
Well, training is going good so far. Can't complain.
Yeah, you know, you're the double defending Olympic gold medalist in the women's 100 and 200 events. Does that, have a little bit more pressure for you, give you a little bit more pressure ahead of the Olympics this year?
No, why would there be pressure? All I have to do is just play my part, but the work have to come in first.
Mm-hmm. You know, when you look at everything that has surrounded these Olympic Games, one of them being postponed, of course, how has that impacted you ahead of, the Olympic Games?
Well, I'm certain that it have a big impact on everybody, not myself, but because of the whole pandemic and the whole coronavirus, I think they had to make the best decision and postpone it because of our health and our safety, of course. And I think it has probably gave some of us more chance to prepare better because I know most of us was in lockdown or didn't have any facility to train. So I think this gave us more time to prepare more, even though I know some persons may probably on the verge of ending their last Olympic, but they didn't have that chance last year. So I know it was going to be hard to come back another year to give it the best. And I know those persons probably saying, okay, last year was going to be the last year and I have to go on to produce another 9 months of training. I know that is rough for them, but I can speak for myself. I think that gave me more time to prepare after bouncing back from that Achilles injury. I think it gave me more time to heal and to prepare more.
I'm glad that you brought that up because is it possible you can give us an update on your Achilles injury? That has certainly sort of hampered you over the last couple of years.
It is a injury that is not easily to go away. It's not like a muscle, it's a tendon, and it's, when the work comes in, it's going to be a lot of stress on the foot. So all I'm doing right now is taking a certain precaution, doing a lot of treatment, a lot of strength work. I wouldn't say it is 100%, but it's going to be 100% soon because I'm working on that. It's above 50, it's not below 50, but it is not 100% healed. I'm just working for a full recovery, but I'm able to manage and doing my training right now.
That's really great news from a Caribbean perspective, certainly. Elaine, heading up to the Olympic Games, it's unlike any other, pathway to the Olympic Games that we've ever had. Less competitions, restrictions in traveling. Do you foresee that affecting your preparations in any way? Certainly, having less match competitions in the build-up to the Olympics.
I think you broke up earlier. I didn't get to hear the full question.
I was asking, with less meets in the build-up to the Olympic Games, how much will that, affect your preparations?
That will affect most of us preparation because if you don't get raced, you will not be ready. I know sometimes our coaches probably give us like time trials, and the time trial alone will not able to tell where you are at the season. It probably just tells you that you're in a good place, but not like how running at a track meet where you're having competition. That won't able to tell you where you are in the season. And I think I know our country and our government are working to open back the sports very soon. I think probably by next weekend we have some races to go out there and to put ourselves out there. I know most of us haven't get to race last year, even though I had a chance to complete two Diamond League races, and I think that will help me to get ready this year. Whenever I get to hit the track, I know I'll just give it 110 because I know all of us are ready and excited to race back, and most of us haven't get the chance. And I know as soon as everything hopes, and I see some races in the US, I mean, they're doing a great job. I see some good times and I'm ready to compete as well.
Yeah, give it 110% as you have always done throughout your career. You know, after that double Olympic gold in Rio de Janeiro in 2016, Elaine, things sort of got a little bit difficult for you. The World Championships, both World Championships didn't quite go your way. Of course, the Achilles injury that we just had a conversation about. You did get married, which is a really bright spot as well. You know, when you reflect over the last 5 years, how do you look upon your life since winning that double gold?
It has been a tough one, a challenging one. I didn't expect after the Olympic to be so much challenges. I don't know where this Achilles injury come from, but I mean, I think I would be dominating, but I can't complain. I can't dwell on that, and all I have to do is just continue to stay focused and keep working because I know what I'm capable of doing is not like I I don't perform well. And because of this Achilles injury, it hinders me from doing my best from previous years before. But I am just continuing to work hard because the work has to put in. And once I'm able to train, I know I can be able to compete as well. And I think some point I probably playing a tough girl whenever I'm feeling pain. I'm still going out there, still trying to race and not trying to say, okay, sometime I can probably miss some days, but I'm so determined to always want to run through the pain. But I think I've learned so much lessons with this entire injury. And also you mentioned, yes, I got married. I think I am actually a 1 year now. So I think I'm in a better place now because I have a lot of motivation and support from family and friends.
Congratulations on getting married, by the way. In the build-up to the Olympic,
Thank you.
you're welcome. In the build-up to these Olympic Games, you know, have you set out any goals for yourself? I know that my first question to you was, do you feel any pressure? And you answered very, very rigidly that, you know, you're not putting yourself under that pressure that you have to go out there and win another 2 gold medals. But have you set any goals for yourself this year?
I do have goals, and one thing I learned as an athlete, you don't put pressure on yourself. I know spectators and fans, the expectation for us is very high. So I don't really let pressure get to me because I know what I'm capable of doing. So all I have to do is just go out there and perform. And yes, I have goals. My goals this year is to just take it race by race, step by step, and just if we're still under a pandemic, I have to still take precaution and do the necessary things, sanitize, wear my mask and stuff like that. And once I'm able to get into races, I'm definitely going to go out there and perform. And my goal is to just always stay humble, stay healthy, and keep focus.
I can't have Elaine Thompson-Herah, who's a double Olympic gold medalist and a real Caribbean woman, by the way, and not ask you about Caribbean women's track and field, Elaine. Are you a little bit disappointed, or, you know, what are your feelings towards Caribbean women's track and field? By the way, just for the benefit of our viewers, let me just say this. You were the first woman in 28 years, nearly 3 decades, to win double gold, women's 100 and 200 in Rio 2016. What are your feelings towards women's track and field here in the Caribbean?
I think we have so much strong women in the Caribbean. We have a lot of women like for Veronica Campbell-Brown, Shannon Fraser-Price, Merlin Ottey, Deborah Ferguson, Michelle Haye. There's so much. I mean, and looking back, and normally it will always be the Americans and other countries dominating, and we have so much strong, beautiful women from the Caribbean. We have Shanae Miller-Weber, so we have a lot. When you look at Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Bahamas, we have so much. And I mean, I'm really happy to know that the Caribbean always can go on the podium, not from Jamaica, but other Caribbean countries, and we can compete with others across the world. And I'm really grateful to be in one of those batch.
You know, standing on that podium twice in the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. When you look back at that, do you still get butterflies?
I do. I do get butterflies because honestly, making the Olympic was my dream, but not knowing that I would capture double gold at the Olympic. Because I remember 2016, I had won my first title at the national trials, and I did not get to participate in the 200 because I had a hamstring injury. And throughout the entire season, I did not get to race. So My intentions going to Olympic was not to win, but just to compete and have fun. And I actually came out with 2 gold medals and 1 silver, and to create history for the first woman to break a 2018 world record. And until this day, I don't think I have known how much I have done. And running 21-7, 21-6, 10-7 twice, multiple times. I am so grateful. Sometimes I'm lost of words, but I'm really grateful to be to be in the history book.
You know, Elaine, I'm running out of time, but I do want to ask you a very personal question to me. You know, your mental
Okay.
strength, because I've followed your career in great detail, and those hamstring
Right.
injuries that you speak of, that Achilles injury, that recurring Achilles injury that you speak of, how mentally tough are you?
I'm losing you a little bit. I'm losing you.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
I was speaking about the mental strength it takes from you to continuously bounce back from these injuries, that hamstring injury you spoke of, that Achilles injury you spoke of. What do you do mentally to really just keep going all the time?
Well, you have to. I in this track and field career, you know that you're not going to be at one speed at all time. And I'm getting quicker, I'm getting faster, I'm getting stronger. So the aim is to just whatever injuries that you have to get those areas strong. And I know that the previous year I had a couple injuries with the hamstrings, so I know I had to get in the hamstrings stronger because in sprinting you need your hamstring, you need your quads, you need your glutes. I tend to do a lot of strength work on those areas. With the Achilles, it's kind of different because I have to do everything with Achilles. It's jumping, running, pounding, and everything. So mental wise, I know this track and field game comes a lot of package with also injury. So sometimes you don't prepare for them, but you have to just continue to just work hard and ensure that you're doing your necessary works and you're doing a lot of recoveries and stuff like that. Because I'm a person, I'm dedicated to my work. I do everything to make sure that I don't feel any pain. And so with me now, for injury wise and mental wise, I just continue to just motivate myself each day. I push my body. So I think I don't really have a mental issue with myself. It's just that I just continue to push and motivate myself each day.
You'll be 29 years by the time the Olympic Games comes around in July. How important are these games for you?
It is important because it's going to be my second Olympic. I'm going to be 29. And last year, if Olympic has been kept, I'll be 28. I'm going to be 29 this year. So, age is catching up on me. Yes, I know. But my main goal is to go to the Olympic and to redeem my title, hopefully.
Elaine Thompson-Herah, thank you so much. You didn't have to do this, but you did it, and I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.